My name is George Anglin, and today I'll be presenting on the Navarre Beach Sea Turtle Conservation Center. Everyone loves the cute and pretty sea creatures of the ocean, from the brilliantly colored fish darting about to the gigantic whales lumbering across the currents, and even all the way to the slow, meandering sea turtles bobbing along the gentle ocean waves. But with the ever present threats of overfishing and natural habitats being destroyed, who would dare take up the mantle of being these beautiful creatures' protectors? That's where the fine folks of the Navarre Beach Sea Turtle Conservation Center come into play. Starting back in 2013 as a tiny homegrown grassroots organization, the NBSTCC fully focuses on their life's mission at hand, the conservation and protection of threatened and endangered sea turtles and other sea creatures through community learning, outreach, and partnered research. According to the main website for the Conservation Center, the organization started back in 2013 with just a few small saltwater tanks in a back alley parking lot of SeaWorld. And these tanks were meant to house just a few injured and distressed sea turtles. Now, they house a grand myriad of gorgeous beasts and sea creatures as they aid them in recuperation and easing their pain from various injuries. I first heard about the Navarre Beach Sea Turtle Conservation Center from a good friend of mine and decided to pitch in through a few donations because, well, who doesn't want to love and help out some sea turtles? Now, you may be wondering why a volunteer group with such a mouthful of a name has anything to do with you. And that's exactly it. It has everything to do with you. And today, I will explain to you how you can help out with the NBSTCC, what you'll need to do, and just how you can make a difference. Now, here's exactly why they need your help. As with any volunteer organization, the Navarre Beach Sea Turtle Conservation Center relies heavily on the kind hearts and good natures of those who love the environment and want to help it keep it. Conservation Center relies on the kind hearts and good natures of those who love the environment and want to keep it as healthy and pristine as we can for future generations. Because after all, because we as humans aren't the only ones who live on this floating rock we call Earth. Just like your local pounds and animal shelters, the Conservation Center attends to the wounds and injuries of all sorts of sea life while also explaining and teaching all about the animals housed within their care. Unfortunately, with such helpful insights into the marine world around us, that requires just a little bit of cash and time to keep the show running for everyone and anyone, and to make sure that center can stay afloat. Clearly stated on the Conservation Center's main page, their goal is a simple one: to teach, to enlighten, and to protect the sea turtles of the Gulf Coast of Mexico and the surrounding world. According to the center's website, along with teaching about sea turtles, marine life, and habitat conservation, the wonderful folks at the Navarre Beach Sea Turtle Conservation Center also tend to the wounds and afflictions of any sea turtles that they can. We can all imagine our own dog or cat or other pet getting injured and needing medical assistance. And just like our own pets, these animals need caregivers to rejuvenate them back to their full health or what they can for the remainder of their life. Now, I will tell you what you can do to help. I am urging you to take into consideration partnering with the NBSTCC, or at least taking a trip out to help and visit where you can with the fine folks there. Let's take a gander at one of the main sea turtle houses at the center. One of the main sea turtles there, Sweet Pea, found originally in 2013 off the coast of Alabama, entangled in some fishing nets, with great injury caused to her front and rear left flippers. Unfortunately, her front flipper needed to be amputated, and her rear flipper was all but crippled after the accident. But thankfully, to the passion of a few dedicated people, they were able to equip Sweet Pea with a prosthetic fin and a wonderful place to live where she can aid in teaching the masses about sea turtles and live comfortably. Now, there are various ways you can help out in taking care of the sea turtles at the center. You can always go down for a trip and spend a few dollars where all proceeds go directly into the center. You can also donate straight on to help in providing for the center's expansion of for tanks, care centers, and animal therapy areas at the center, as well as provide the much needed food for the exotic wildlife housed there. If you're more of a hands-on helper, you can always participate in the center's annual Trash Bash beach cleanup, where they work towards clearing away as much pollution, clutter, and litter as they can along the Navarre Beach coastline. By logging on to www.navarrebeachseaturtles.org, you can find a myriad of ways you can help out and support the center, from finding forms for donations or even buying things straight out of the gift shop, such as clothes and apparel. You can even set up dates as to which you can even volunteer and help out around the center, thus earning volunteer hours and that much needed feeling of satisfaction. By choosing to sponsor, volunteer, or simply donate a few dollars towards the NBSTCC, you're providing a lifetime of care and comfort to a wide variety of animal life injured by us humans. After all, it's the least we could do to ensure that these wonderful creatures thrive in a well-protected environment as we grow to better understand and love these sea creatures. You've heard the how and why you should help out. Now picture with me. Through aiding the Navarre Beach Sea Turtle Conservation Center, you are not only providing aid to the wounded sea creatures, you're also protecting them and their habitats for future generations to come. As with the tale of a little boy chucking a washed-up starfish back into the ocean, you're a simple single human doing your best to greatly benefit as many creatures as you can. Now, without you, who would take the mantle of caring for these injured creatures? Would they simply fade into obscurity, trapped, drowning, crippled within fishermen's nets as their environments wither away into nothing? It is our duty to preserve and protect as many of these animals of the oceans, wounded or not, as we're able to through the gentle efforts of the Navarre Beach Sea Turtle Conservation Center. I urge you to log on to www.navarrebeachseaturtles.org today and scour through the various ways you can better the lives of your fellow earth dwellers, the sea turtles. Whether through donations or volunteer work, any and all help is appreciated at the Navarre Beach Sea Turtle Conservation Center. I plead with you to be the human who takes up the mantle of protectors of these sea creatures, defenders and rehabilitators of these endangered species. All it takes is just a few simple steps by yourself, and you can be about your day. Save a turtle, save the future. Thank you.